Facebook. Yo. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me this morning as I make my morning cinnamate. If you don't know what that is, it's this delicious stuff. It's from Soul Naturals. Oh, look, I'm wearing a Soul shirt. I'm not here to talk about that, though. So, I am here to talk about, I titled this, If You Don't Show Up For Me, You're Not Showing Up For Yourself. You're really just not showing up for yourself. And, this hit my head because, on Monday, I had a call scheduled for someone who, I talked to them last week, okay? And they were like, yeah, we're gonna do it. Let's just give us the weekend to figure out the money situation. Okay? Which, I can respect that, right? You gotta look at the budget, you gotta move stuff around, whatever, all that stuff. I totally get that, right? And so we set up a follow-up call on Monday, and they don't show up. Okay? They don't show up. Which, you know what? I've been in this long enough that usually it happens, okay? It happens. What's funny about these situations, though, is, what they're doing on their end is it's disrespectful to me, number one. But number two, it comes from a place of fear, okay? Because, not showing up for me, okay, I don't care, I got on Zoom for 10 minutes and you didn't show up, whoop-de-frickin-do, right? Oh, darn, you wasted 10 minutes of my life. But the problem is, the fact that they even had a conversation with me to begin with means that they're struggling with something, right? They want to solve a problem. And I presented to them a solution to their problem, and they said, yeah, that sounds good, let's do that. And then they don't show up for me, giving them all the information, but really they didn't show up for themselves because they decided, A, they didn't want to invest that much money, B, they thought Kayla was weird, C, whatever. They can justify they have a reason in their brain, right? Whether it's financial or they didn't like me or whatever. But what's funny about it is it's coming from a place of why didn't they just say no? Do you know what I mean? Sure, you're not going to hurt my feelings, first of all. Do you know how many times I've been told no in 10 years of working with people and trying to get them to invest in themselves, and them telling me that no, they can't because of their kids' activities or their husband wants to build a deck or whatever, right? For real. It's not news to me. So if you were to tell me, no, we don't have that much money, I'd be like, oh, okay, no problem. For real, no problem. All right? But what's funny is, if they don't have the guts, the cojones to tell me no, why don't they? Because I would argue that it's not because they're afraid of letting me down. Because, they don't know me, right? They don't know me. So, why would they care? If they said, no, your program, I don't want to spend that much money, right? Or I think you're weird, Kayla, so I don't want to hang out with you, right? Or whatever. So, but really it's a place of fear that they are maybe letting themselves down, which that's a justified fear because they probably let themselves down a million times. Is that a fair assumption? And it could be a fear of oh, I don't want to, well, I don't know. I don't get it. Okay. But ultimately what it comes down to is if you don't show up for me, I don't care. I move on. Okay. There's too many people out in the world that need my help. And if you're going to waste 10 minutes of my time, whatever. That's 10 minutes I can't get back. But at the same time, I probably spent it doing something, building the business in some way, shape, or form, because I don't just sit there and wait. Okay. But that's more annoying because and the reason it's annoying is because I see them failing themselves. They're not failing me. They're failing themselves. They're saying I'm not ready to do this right now. Again, I'm going to push this on the back burner again. I'm going to put something else as a priority again. I'm going to go try some other cheaper less expensive, really dumb, dinky cookie cutter program again. I'm gonna go do keto again because I don't want to. That's too much risk. There's too much risk involved in talking to Kayla, in investing that much money, or in committing to a year, or in whatever they had a hang up with, right? Even though I'm going to solve the problem. I don't know if you guys saw my post last night, but like people, they go to these they get a band-aid, right? All of these programs out there, keto, Optavia, 6-week challenges, blah blah blah, all this stuff, it's a band-aid. It's a band-aid. I offer band-aids to people. I have a 5-week free reset thing. Is that going to really change their life? No, but it'll put a band-aid on it for a second, right? If you want to do a 6-week program, sure, I'll give you one. But it's not going to fix the problem. It's a band-aid. It's a bandage. It's just covering it up for a second. It's helping it along. But when you take that band-aid off, the wound is still there, okay? Most of these wounds that people are dealing with when it comes to their health and fitness are deep. Like, we need open heart surgery construction. It's going to take a long freaking time, and you have to be willing to commit to it. Is it going to cost you a lot of money? Probably, but have you ever bought like 18 million boxes of Band-Aids? Because it's about the equivalent. And that's what a lot of people choose to do instead. I'll just keep buying these Band-Aids and putting them on. They work for a second. These Band-Aids do, right? Man, this video turned into something totally different than I was planning on doing. But what I'm saying is, like, you can be afraid of surgery, right? You can be afraid of surgery. But by not showing up for your surgery, you're not letting the surgeon down. He's just worried that you're about to have a heart attack because you're not taking into account the fact that you need the surgery, and you're just going to go cover it up with a Band-Aid and take an aspirin, right? So, like, if you're not showing up for me, it doesn't affect me at all. Like, not at all, okay? You waste 10 minutes of me waiting around, and then, like, whoop de frickin' do, right? But you're not showing up for yourself, and you're going to pay the consequences because you're just going to go try and find some other solution that's not really going to solve the problem. It's just going to mask the symptoms. Does that make sense? So before you decide to, like, I don't know, not commit to something that might change your life, like heart surgery or signing up for my program, think about what you're really afraid of. Because most heart surgeries are successful, right? You have heart surgery, you're done. You're good. You don't have to have heart surgery again. But you can keep putting on Band-Aids if you want. But it'll probably cost you the same amount of money over time. Does that make sense? Anyway, this kind of went all over the place, but hopefully you got some value from it, and I hope you have a great Wednesday.